All right, today we're going to talk about something I think pretty much everyone has felt at some point, that feeling of being completely and utterly lost. You know, when you just feel adrift? Well, this is all about how you can start to find your way back.
I mean, it's that classic 3 a.m. question, isn't it? You're going through the motions, going to school, working your job, hanging out with friends, and on the surface, everything looks, well, normal. But deep down, you've got that little voice nagging you, just asking, what am I really doing with my life? What's the point of all this?
Yeah, and that feeling, it's more than just being confused, right? It's this weird, kind of hollow emptiness that you can't quite put your finger on. So let's really dive into what's going on there.
And this quote just nails it. It's like you're running this race, you're putting in all the effort, you're busy all the time, but you have no idea where the finish line is. It feels like you're just spinning your wheels, stuck on a hamster wheel, while you watch everyone else zoom past you.
So the big question is, why? Why do we feel this way? Because this feeling doesn't just pop up out of nowhere. There are real reasons behind it. Let's break down the 5 biggest culprits that leave us feeling so directionless.
Okay, so here they are. First, we don't have our own goals. Then, we fall into that nasty comparison trap. That leads right into the paralysis of overthinking. On top of that, we're dealing with dopamine overload from our screens, and finally, a lack of a solid identity. It's kind of the perfect storm for feeling lost. So let's start with that first one, not having self-directed goals. Seriously, think about it for a second. How many of your major life decisions were truly yours? So often, we're just following a script that was handed to us by society or family instead of writing our own.
All right, next up, let's talk about 2 huge mental traps that honestly just feed each other: comparison and overthinking.
Oh man, this is probably the biggest one for our generation, right? The comparison trap. You're just scrolling, minding your own business, and you see everyone else's perfect life. Their highlight reels, their amazing vacations, their big promotions. And what do? We compare all that shiny, curated stuff to our own messy, complicated, behind-the-scenes reality. It's a game you just can't win.
And here's what happens when you do that. You end up constantly confused, filled with self-doubt, and just feeling like you're not good enough. And when you feel like you're not enough, what happens next? You play it safe. You stop taking risks, you stop trying new things, and you end up completely and totally stuck. This brings us to the next problem, the paralysis of overthinking. You know this one. You get so stuck in your head trying to find the one perfect plan or make the one perfect decision that you end up making no decision at all. We're just waiting for this magical, flawless plan to appear, but spoiler alert, it never does. And this right here is so important. You can't think your way to clarity. It just doesn't work. Clarity comes from action. It comes from trying stuff, maybe messing up, getting feedback from the real world, and just experimenting. The path forward is revealed by walking it, not by staring at the map.
I love this way of putting it. We all kind of wish life was like Google Maps, right? You just type in happiness or success and get a perfect turn-by-turn route. But life isn't like that. You often have to take that first step with absolutely no idea what the second or third step will be. Okay, so let's move on to the last 2 reasons, and these are really modern problems: the crisis of identity and the constant overwhelming stimulation all around us.
So reason number 4 is what you could call dopamine overload. Our brains are constantly getting these cheap, easy hits of that feel-good chemical from TikTok, from video games, from just endless scrolling. And what this does is it basically rewires our brains. It makes real-life things that take actual effort and patience, feel super boring in comparison. That empty feeling you get? It might just be your brain being bored and craving another quick, easy hit of stimulation. And finally, the 5th reason, a lack of identity. Think about it. We all kind of wear different masks, right? There's the you at work, the you with your friends, the you with your family, the you online. But if you don't have a solid core sense of who you are underneath all those masks, how are you supposed to know which direction to go? If you don't even know who's making the choice itself becomes impossible.
Okay, that was a lot, I know. We've diagnosed the problem from every angle. But now, for the most important part, what do we actually do about it? This is where we flip the switch from being passive to being active.
And this is a really powerful way to reframe the whole thing. Maybe the problem isn't that you're lost. Maybe the problem is that you're just not in control. You've been letting life happen to you, just reacting to whatever comes your way, instead of grabbing the wheel and directing it yourself. That's why it feels so out of control.
So, here's the big takeaway. Stop searching. Stop waiting to find your passion or your one true purpose like it's some lost treasure. It's not just gonna fall into your lap one day. Instead, you need to start building. Build your skills, build your habits, build new experiences, build your life brick by brick.
Okay, so what does that actually look like? In practice, how do we take this idea of building and apply it? Like today.
First things first, we gotta change how we think about this feeling. Feeling lost is not a weakness. Seriously, it's a strength. It's a sign that you want more out of life than just going through the motions. It means you're not willing to settle for average, and that's a really good thing.
So, the actual game plan? It's really simple, but that doesn't mean it's easy. Step 1, stop waiting. Stop waiting for the perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect anything. It's never gonna come. Step 2, just take one small step forward. And here's the key, it doesn't even have to be the right step. Seriously, just moving is better than standing still.
And that really is the bottom line here. Direction comes from moving, not from thinking about moving. The path literally appears under your feet as you start walking. So I'll just leave you with this one question. What's the one small step, just one, that you're going to take today?